Hello my beautiful lights and welcome back to the channel. So today has been extraordinary, quite honestly. The messages were flooding in first thing. So we're going to start off with those. I came in for some introspection and deep reflection. If you can hear Michael purring, he's just sat with me. He's purring very, very loudly. He's just healing my energetic field because I've been healing today. So he comes in, bless him, and we ground and he does that. So if you can hear him, just absorb the beautiful frequency. So the numbers we got were 777 and 1333. Now, to add to that, the morning started with a song. You know the song that's called Love Train? And it goes, people all over the world, join hands, start a love train. It's by the OJs. And I just want to read you something because they sing these beautiful lyrics in my head, which starts my day absolutely amazing. But it says, the next stop, and I will share this on the screen. So if you want to read the lyrics, I will share it. The next stop that we make will be England. Tell all the folks in Russia and China too. Don't you know it's time to get on board and let this train keep on riding on through. And then it goes on to people all over the world. You don't need no money. Join hands, start a love train. Don't need no ticket, come on. And then it goes on to all of the brothers over in Africa. Tell all the folks in Egypt and Israel too. Please don't miss this train at the station, because if you miss it, I feel sorry for you. So it's like this ascension time. It's about this shift. And the number 777 obviously talks about the divine flow within. You know, this is it's also alchemy. It's turning lead into gold. It's healing. And it's a divinely guided spiritual shift within you, aligning you with your purpose, aligning you with the divine. It's like the co-creation of the higher state of consciousness and alignment with the higher powers. Now, they want you to do this. They want you to tune in to your inner alignment. And the number 1333 is also very, very spiritual. You know, the positive divine shift, your self-awareness, your self-empowerment. It also talks again about your purpose and everything like this. Now, there's more to go with it. This is a massive jigsaw puzzle, so bear with me. If you want to take notes, absolutely do so. So as placing all this together, now, whilst I was sat here in deep reflection, there was an abundance of birds that came into my garden. And as I've explained before, I have cats, but my cats are not bothered by them. They're not touching them. Michael sits there quite happily, simply watching them, as does the dog. The only issue my dog has is with one pigeon. So we had blackbirds, we had thrushes, we had a robin, but the robin came in and swiftly went out. Now, the thrush kept coming back in, and the thrush basically sings songs of expression. So what's your story? What do you need to express? Finding your unique story. It also talks about inner peace and tranquility, that connection that we've just spoken about. They can sing in really adverse conditions, and they overcome any inner blocks by doing so. And that's the spiritual meaning behind them. So do you need to lift your vibrational frequency in order to get this divine flow? So when we talk about vibrational frequency, it's when you're in your happy place, basically. When you're in your happy place, you are connected to the divine. So what do you do to light your soul, your fire from within? You know, you can dance, you can pray, you can sing. What lights you up inside, even if that's journaling, it's what you gain your connection from, your source connection. They're trying to get you into this connective state so you can have that inner flow. Now, I was sat here and it was like observation. It's observing the energy that surrounds you. When the world is so cluttered, we're unable to take that time to simply observe. And when we observe, it's talking about observing your inner ocean also. When we reflect in, we see what we need to heal, we understand, but we can't do that in a world of chaos, or if there is chaos external to self. We need that time for that self-reflection and that time to just step away from the hustle and bustle in order to get that divine connection. So it also speaks about, as I said, overcoming the inner blocks, and it speaks regardless. So do you need to voice yourself on something? When you voice something that has pained you or hurt you in any form, you are energetically releasing that vibrational frequency. I'm not saying scream, I'm not saying serve in anger in any form, but if you need to speak your truth, you need to talk about your story. What's your story in a situation? By speaking it out loud, it will help that frequency, as in release. So that will help with the inner blocks. And it's freedom from emotion, so it's something you're carrying deep inside. And it's basically saying, once you've done this, it's about living life on your own terms. Now, there are many different types of thrush. So I did research, I looked it up, and it talks about the hermit thrush, and it's that struggle with that inner voice and the release of such. So if you're struggling, release it. You need to speak, you need to voice, you need to journal, you need an avenue out. It's like when we listen to music, you know, that's their soul song, that's their emotions, whether it be pained emotions, which we can relate to in certain circumstances in our life. By them singing their soul song, it allows others to heal, because they can feel the frequency in that very moment and understand. When we have an understanding, we're able to do the healing, and that's what it's all about. Also, obviously, lots of different thrushes. This can talk about forgiveness and that reconciliation. Now, reconciliation comes when the healing can take place, but the healing can't take place until you reconcile that situation. And by doing so, you need to voice the truth in a frequency, because it's only when we speak our truth can we really address the problem or any issue that we might have in a relationship, for example. Then we can work through it, and we need to be on the same page in order to do so, which brings the peace and healing. Now, it also brings change, and it's, you know, thrushes are deeply adaptable as well. So it's about adapting to change and allowing that change to take place. Now, this could be an energetic shift, because we're going through such a frequency right now of shift. That change is where your growth cycle stems from. Now, we can't truly grow in the same place we've always been. We need to put ourselves outside of our comfort zones, and then we sort of plant our seeds and then watch them bloom, and that is real soul growth, okay? Now, another thing I was thinking about is, you know, the birds being in the garden, they were getting an abundance of bugs and worms. And I mean, I watched this little thrush must have got 8 or 9 worms. So 8 or 9 is significant there as well. That they were in this place where they know we've got cats, and not a lot of people down here have cats. So they've chosen to enter this garden knowing that we have cats. I mean, they obviously know our animals are loved and well fed, and, you know, obviously Michael's a Reiki cat, so he doesn't tend to do things like that. But at the same time, they've put themselves in that vulnerable situation to gain what they want without fear. They were aware of where they were, and they noted where the animals were sat, but they still went forward without fear. So you need to listen to that situation, because nature speaks. Now, what came into my mind's eye as soon as I felt that frequency, that they were aware, but they were not fearful in the situation, was the crystal. Now, there was 2. It was a black, like garnet crystal, and there was a black onyx crystal. Protection and grounding during this shift. And, you know, we've had so many solar flares, and we're grounding, and the ascension symptoms as light beings you'll be feeling. You've had ringing in the ears, you can get dizziness, all of this. And the grounding stone will help bring your frequency back down, and also aid the collective consciousness in order to ground it into the earth. Okay, so they would help right now. So yeah, they want you to be the observer and be aware of everything around you. That's Gaia, that's what's going on with the earth energies, the animals and everything, because they are talking to you through animals, through synchronicities, through angel numbers. They're talking to you through the earth energies also. Now, I also saw 4 apples. Now, the 4 apples are coming into the frequency, meaning the number 4 is about stability. It's about grounding, as we said. So, and then I wrote, be aware. 4 apples are about to bloom. So 4 apples are about to bloom, which talks about that stability in your 3D realm. Okay. So yeah, I've said that, angels, they're ringing in my ears right now. So my beautiful lights, that is the message from Spirit today. It's about being aware. It's finding your inner ocean right now, okay? You are divinely connected. And if you're not, you need to get to the frequency in which you can be. So this is your happy place. This is doing what, you know, whatever lights you up in life, whether that's painting, whether that's dancing, or even singing, as those beautiful birds do. Sing your heart out. It will immediately lift your vibrational frequency, so your angels, your guides, your ancestors can connect with you. And there is some significant messages here about the stability, about protection during this time, and grounding your energy, which I have been putting out for you on the reels and things like that, because I don't always have the time with my job to deliver absolutely everything. So the reels really help, and sometimes it's on the community page also. So if I get a frequency, I will put it out immediately there. But it's change and liberation and transformation. You know, you're going through like a karmic release. It's the storm. It's making things fall away for this new gateway to open. And this merge of you and your higher self is taking place. And it's like releasing the lack. The survival mode is gone. Who are you? Your spiritual self, the old version of you. And it's the light and shadow merge. It's the integration of the authentic you that you're meant to be. It's your true higher self, and it's that divine, you know, activation, which is why they're speaking in numbers as well. So you might be seeing as well, which the angels wanted me to point out to you. So when you meditate and things, if you're seeing the blue light, Michael, just chill out. It's been naughty. If you're seeing the blue light, it's about a blue light rising. And it's basically when the star awakens in your soul, in your inner ocean, that light is truly ignited. Now, they're talking about your divine purpose. So it's a reflection in. And I will do a meditation for you on this, and we will go deeper. So if you would like to connect to that, just keep watching the channel. And as soon as I'm able, I will pop one out for you. So that is your message, my beautiful, beautiful lights. It's a gorgeous one. And make sure you do that inner reflection and have that time for you and lift that vibrational frequency. And I look forward to speaking to you soon. And until next time, bye-bye for now.